Hello everybody, it's Sunday afternoon and it's been a bit of a moose of a week. At the beginning of the week the power supply for my little laptop died. Now I've got an iMac which I do my videos on, but I've got this little laptop. When I bought it they were calling them netbooks. I think that's a term that's fallen out of favour now. But it's very basic and it's what I use to watch YouTube videos upstairs. So for most of the week I haven't been watching any videos. So I've just started catching up over the past couple of nights. So apologies if I've not left any comments on your videos. I'm going to have to delete a big load off my watch later list. It got to over 100 and there's just no way I can watch all them videos. So I don't like doing it, but you've got to be practical, haven't you? So, Friday, moose of a day at work, nightmare getting home from work, and then when I got home, iPhoto had gone tits up on the main computer. So I spent a couple of hours trying to work out how to fix that, and then eventually finally remembered. So I wasn't in much of a mood for anything Friday night except drinking beer and eating crisps. So, let's crack on. Today, Weston's Cloudy Scrumpy. Just give it a shake, make sure it's not all settled out. 7.5% by volume. Weston's is a good cider maker, so I'm hoping this will hit the spot. A traditional cloudy scrumpy cider with a full and fruity flavour. To enjoy this dry, hazy, sparkling, full-bodied scrumpy cider, gently invert before serving. Well, I'm not standing on my head for anybody. Oh, that's nice. That's proper nice. Might have to get some more of that. In my last video, when I showed you the knife and gift box that Stony Broke Bushcraft sent me, I forgot an important bit. I forgot to do the cut test because I was getting carried away, all giddy. So we've got a piece of clothing catalogue paper and the Damascus skinner. Oh. Start again. I think you'll agree, apart from me being clumsy, nothing wrong with that. That's got a lovely edge. So yeah, I think cut test pass. Now to the main business of this video, we're going to have a close look at the Spyderco Roadie. It's a gift off my good mate Chad, the fat man. I'll put a link to his channel in the box down below. I'm sure you all know Chad by now. I've been carrying this knife every day since it arrived. It's a good few weeks now, and I'm a big fan. Join me at the desktop, I'll show you why. Okay, so this is how the knife came in a standard Spyderco tray box. Product information and warranty. Then the knife's in a little plastic bag. Well, that's one side. And here we have Spyderco Roadie. Let's see if I can do anything with the lights to avoid getting too much glare, if I can. Now this is a slip joint. It's not a big knife, single blade. We've got blue FRN handles, and this comes in black, grey, blue, red or orange, I believe. So we've got plain bolts either side of the lanyard hole, but we've got is that a hex or a Torx? I think that's a hex headed bolt for the pivot. Jimping on the thumb ramp. The Spyderco logo on each side. So it's all grubby. It's been in my pocket. So here we have the knife open. Unusual design. First thing you might notice, it's a big sheep's foot, and the spidey hole is very small. What we have is a double dent, as they call it, either side, to grip onto when you open the knife. And you may notice there we've got a half stop. Half stops are good. I like half stops. We've got a bit of jimping on the back there. Jimping on the thumb ramp. Except there isn't a ramp, it's just flat. And then there's a finger choil forward of the pivot, and that's got jimping as well. Which means that if you hold it with your finger in the finger choil, it's damn near impossible to close it on yourself by accident. It's a nice positive click into place. And rather than a standard flat surface on the tang like you see on a lot of slip joints, this has got grooves, and the back spring has a pointy bit. So it engages with the first groove halfway, and then the second groove to clip open. Spyderco logo there. On the ricasso here, we've got Spyderco Maniago. These are made in Italy. Maniago being the home of cutlery companies such as Fox Knives and Mazarin. And personally, I suspect this was made by Fox Knives. I know that they do make knives for Puma under their international partners range. So, single blade of Bowler N690CO, which is a cobalt, molybdenum and vanadium stainless steel. It's 2.9mm thick. The blade overall, tip to scale, is 2 1/4. Is that? No, 2 1/8. Sorry, or about 53-54mm. Overall length 5 1/8, about 130mm. Cutting edge is only 1 5/8, about 45mm. And I'd say that's 2.9mm thick, the blade. Not a great deal more to say, really. It's very well made. The fit and finish is spotless. I think the blue is the nicest colour I've seen. I'm not so keen on the red, and the black just looks boring. We'll give you size comparison, and this time we'll use the case peanut. So you can see it's definitely in the small, discreet pocket knife size range. I like this knife a lot. I have heard people say that the N690CO is a high performance steel. For cutting, I'm not completely sure I agree with that. It's a good steel for an everyday pocket knife because it's quite easy to sharpen. But once you've minced up a couple of cardboard boxes with this knife, you will need to tickle the edge up. So it's just as well it's not a difficult thing to do. I like this a lot. It's a good knife for the UK. because it's a slit joint, because it fits the sub 3-inch rule, and it's not an aggressive looking knife. I'll be perfectly honest, when I first saw a picture of this, I thought it looked horrible. But as I've got used to it, I've come to realise just what an excellent little knife this is. That's why I'm still carrying it every day. And I think this will be my everyday pocket knife for a little while now. One more thing we can do, I think. Let's weigh the little bugger. 26.9 grams, which in English, 0.95 of an ounce. So a very easy knife to accommodate in your trouser pocket. A very useful knife and a very well made knife. There is a downside in the UK, it's not particularly cheap. You're probably going to have to pay somewhere between £55 and £65, which I do think is a little bit pricey. But having said that, the quality is there. I don't anticipate having any problems with this at all. And I think it's really nice. So if you can come to terms with the price bracket, I'd say get one. I think they're great. Show you a few stills, and thanks for watching.
Thank you.